you mentioned early on that if people would like to have a consult with you, that you are available to that. What's the offer? Let us know how to.
Oh, all right. Well, first off, my book is available on Amazon, and so it's visual training for tennis, and it's. I feel like there's a bullet point that I didn't cover. We should probably do a little. We can do a few more questions. I'll do this. I want to try to extend this conversation a little bit because we haven't gone a full hour. But anyway, so the book's on Amazon. And then also, if you send me an email, and that's the day that this airs, this is a 1-day offer only, then I will send a video called the top 3 common and catastrophic visual errors that people make and what to do instead. All right. And then not only that, but I will send a bonus PDF on nutrition for your eyes. So this is great for developing juniors so that they can develop good eyesight. It's great for performance and also for long-term maintenance for the sport of a lifetime. So you can avoid issues like macular degeneration and cataracts and whatnot. Of course, I am not a licensed nutritionist, and you should consult people in regard to food allergies.
Yes.
And it's not to be deemed as medical advice. There are no guaranteed results.
Caveat.
Yeah.
You'd almost think you were the one married to the lawyer.
Well, I think, no, it's fair warning because I wouldn't want anyone to expect, something from it. But I have been I've been actively eating the 10 different nutrients that most people haven't heard of for a while. And it really has helped my vision considerably. So that's another piece to it. So, because there are 10 different nutrients that make a huge difference. And then also there are also things that support your brain and your general health, because they were going to work on so many other parts of your body, right?
Sure.
So, what was that worst possible visual performance?
Yeah, I went back through our bullet points.
What was I thinking?
And that's the one I think that we missed.
It's okay. So do you have any other questions about visual training that you want to cover?
Well, I think, the main thing is just that it is an important piece of the overall junior development puzzle, right? It's not just about hitting forehands and backhands. It's not just about developing a, good, consistent serve or return game. It's not just about developing your transition game to the net. There are other factors involved in developing high-level junior players, and whatever high level means in your particular situation.
Right. So I have a story for you. All right. I had taken over the directorship of a club. Had a good reputation as a junior program. So I began to observe what was happening in the junior program, and I can tell you, I just really was not impressed. And I started to coach alongside the coaches that were doing that, and one thing really struck me. None of these players had an idea where their ideal contact point was. So I was like, all right, hey, everybody, we're going to have a little time of discover your ideal contact point. Because I can guarantee you every professional player knows where their ideal contact point is. Every single one of them, right? And it's partly predicated on their physique. It's partly predicated on their eye dominance. It's partly their hand dominance and what gripping style they're using, because Western is going to be higher and closer, and Continental is going to be lower and farther away. And so, but they had no awareness of it. And one thing that I do often, one of the best practices in teaching is early on showing a player, okay, this is the ideal distance that you want to be from the ball in order to strike it. And so it's a game of your opponent's going to try to make it so that you can't do that. And then you're going to fight really hard to get in that position. And the maestro of this is Federer. He is so amazingly able to get on balance for, such a high percentage of his shots. Whereas you look at Rafa and Djokovic, and they overcome, a lesser ability in that way with overall athleticism.
Right.
So, and I mean, Serena has done the same thing.
Right.
It's her athleticism that allowed her to get away with somewhat sloppy contact points. But, establishing that early on can really be a huge thing that sends people in the right direction. Then we go to footwork, because it's your eyes that inform your footwork. So you have to know where you're going before you leave to go. And then your feet are going to be what gets you in position for that ideal contact point. Then you're going to be hitting the ball much more cleanly and injury free, and all these different benefits. I mean, it's really amazing how a shot that's hit cleanly can easily be 5 to 10 more miles an hour faster than a ball that's not.
Sure.
Even with exact same technique.
Right.
But we're so technique focused, we've lost quality control on how well we see the ball and arrive at the right place to hit the ideal shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Bill Patton, thank you so much for doing the podcast again. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. I always learn something new. And to those of you watching and listening, please, again, check the show notes for Bill's contact info, for info on how to take advantage of the offers that he's made to you, and just to reach out to him with general questions. He's pretty responsive. So, Bill, wishing you all the best. Now that I'm on the West Coast, maybe we'll actually get to meet in person one of these days. I feel like
it's going to happen.
We've known each other for over 10 years online, but I've never had the face-to-face.
I'll be in Southern California sometime this year, and I'll look you up, and we'll get together.
We'll meet for coffee.
How about if I give my email?
Yeah, please.
Okay, infinitevisioncoach@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you. So send me a question. And reach out for that video and for the PDF on nutrition.
Perfect. Bill, thank you so much. To my listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time on Parenting Aces.